Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here, coming back at you with another video. We are doing all kinds of magic deck techs because I haven't done them in a while. I got a bunch of new decks I want to showcase, and they're just fun for me, and hopefully they are fun for you too. And as you can see, we're back on the sweet Pauper Guild playmat. After being on the sweet card pop playmat for a while, we are back on the Pauper Guild playmat. Why are we back on the Pauper Guild playmat, ProtoFoxy? Well, I will tell you why. Because we got a Pauper deck here. And we haven't seen Proto do a Pauper deck in a while. But there's going to be some more popping up. It's going to be a lot of fun. This one here, very interesting deck. Saw it do halfway decently. And when it does show up, it's just ridiculous. It's a combo deck, and ProtoFoxy has fun with combo decks. You see the top card of said combo deck. You can kind of maybe already guess where we're going with this, but I'm going to tell you what we're doing. We are looking at Pauper Moggwarts, Goblin combo, whatever you want to call it. This deck is ridiculous when it goes off. A lot of fun. Silliness to be had on your end, opposite end of the table. Maybe not so much silliness, maybe more cringing, but so what? We're playing Magic the Gathering. If we're playing 1v1, 60 card constructed, whether we're playing Pauper, whether we're playing Modern, whether we're playing Pioneer, whether we're playing Legacy, the goal is to beat your opponent, is it not? And this deck, if this combo goes off, you're definitely beating your opponent. Anywho, let's go into the deck here. First off, creatures. We've got 4 Skirk this is where my tongue stops working. 4 Skirk Prospectors. Single red for a 1/1 goblin. Its ability is sack a goblin. Add 1 red to your mana pool. That's a combo piece. Boom. So we got combo piece 1. We've got 4 Goblin Matrons, Goblin Mamas, 2 generic and a red for a 1/1 goblin. When it comes into play, search your library for a goblin card. If you do, reveal that card, put it in your hand, shuffle your library afterwards. Boom, this is how you're tutoring up combo pieces. Excuse me. Doing a lot of talking here. Gotta probably get some water here in a second. Anyway, next card up, another combo piece. Flame Wave Invoker, 2 generic and a red for a 2/2 goblin. You pay 7 generic and a red, and Flame Wave Invoker deals 5 damage to a target player. Now that's a lot for 5 damage, is it not? That's 7 generic and a red. Yeah, 8 mana to do 5 on rate. That's terrible, but you know how we make this work. Obviously, you see sacrifice a goblin. Add 1 red to your mana pool. So, what goblin are we sacrificing, ProtoFoxy? Well, we have Putrid Goblin, single generic and a black for a 2/2 zombie goblin with Persist. Now, Persist works is it comes back after it dies with a -1/-1, so it's a 1/1. So, another combo piece, and it's a pretty convoluted combo. There's a whole lot of cards that have to work to get this going in order, but once it goes off, it's silly. But, obviously, we've got 4 of these guys, but how does 4 equal 8? You're only doing it once, right? Because you can only do this twice. You sack it, and it comes back, and you sack again. Well, that's the joy of the combo. When we get there, you'll see how it goes infinite. All right? So, but then, the other creature here, single generic and a green for a 1/3 shapeshifter. We got Masked Vandal. It's a changeling, so of course it's a gobbo. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target artifact or enchantment and an opponent controls. Boom. So there you go. There's your enchantment or artifact hate in your deck to defend your combo. Boom. That is the creature package. You're still wondering to yourself, but Proto, you said we were creating infinite mana. Are you lying to me here? If you don't know the deck, no, I'm not lying. Just stay tuned. We're going to get into it. First off, other stuff going on. We got Unearth. We've got 4 of them. Single black for a sorcery. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from the graveyard to your battlefield. You cycle it for 2. Boom. So you can buy back stuff. We've got 3 Deadly Dispute. All-Star and Pauper. Do I need to describe it to you? Nah. I won't read the card off. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's an All-Star. Some people are crying that it needs to be banned. Does it need to be banned? No. It's good. It gets played in any deck that can play it, but does it need to be banned? No. Those are just people who just don't like fun. Boom, we got 3 of those. We got a single Reckoner's Bargain, single generic and a black for an instant, just like Deadly Dispute. And it has the same deal going on. Additional cost, sack an artifact or a creature. You gain life equal to the sack permanent's mana value. CMC. And then you draw 2 cards. So instead of getting the treasure token, you're gaining life. That's good to mitigate yourself against aggro and burn, which is prevalent in Pauper. We've got 2 Duress, single black for a sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose non-creature, non-land from it. Discard. Nice little bit of discard. There we go. We've got a single Shred Memory. Now, remove 4 target cards from a single graveyard from the game. You're never doing that. You're transmuting to get what you need. That's 3 mana cost. Boom. We got a single one of those guys. Now, the important part of the combo. Here we are. You ready for it? We got 4 First Day of Class. Single generic and a red for an instant. When a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until the end of turn, and then you get to learn. Now, that's how sacrificing Putrid Goblin to Skirk Prospector creates infinite mana. Because the +1/+1 off of First Day of Class negates the -1/-1 off of Persist, and you just keep sacking, creating all of the mana, and then you just whomp your opponent with all that damage from Flame Wave Invoker. Anyway, continuing on. Faithless Looting, single red, draw 2, then discard, so you're looting. Flashback to generic and red. We know what that card does. Boom. We've got, excuse me, that's what we have. Makeshift Munitions, single generic and a red. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Makeshift Munitions deals 1 damage to any target. So again, if for some reason your Flame Wave Invoker hits the bin and you can't get it back, Makeshift Munitions does the same thing in a pinch. Boom. Then we've got some artifacts for you. Ichor Wellspring, 2 generic. When it enters or gets put in the graveyard, you draw a card, from the battlefield. So you draw a card. Nice artifacty card draw. Boom. We've got 4 Chromatic Stars. We know what this guy does. Let's put the 4th one in your hand, dummy. Well, it's a single generic for an artifact. God, I can talk goodly. Pay 1 generic and tap it. Sack it. Adds 1 of any color. When it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you draw a card. More drawing on top of creating mana, and that's all good stuff. So we're going to get all this together before we talk about the mana base of the deck, which will be coming up here as soon as I clean up my mess. And I'm going to talk through cleaning up my mess, and hopefully I don't irritate you all too much. Your old pal Proto doesn't irritate you because he's your old pal Proto. You missed Proto, didn't you? I know I missed Proto, and I am Proto. So anyway, mana base time. We've got 2 Rakdos Cranarium, enters tapped. You got to bounce a land back to your hand, adds red and black. Boom, we got 2 of those guys. We've got 3 Drossforge Bridges, enters tapped. It's indestructible, add a red or a black. Boom, we know what that does. A lot of people cry about these cards as well, saying they need to be banned. No. They aren't in every single deck, but they pop up, but they are not ban worthy. We've got 2 Vault of Whispers, artifact land, adds black, boom. We've got 3 Great Furnace, artifact land, adds red, boom. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Glorious Swamps, boom. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Glorious Mountains, boom. That is the mana base of the deck. So, as I'm cleaning up my mess here, we will now get my final thoughts on the deck. Moggwarts, Goblin Combo, whatever you want to call it. I call it Moggwarts just because it's easy. Because Gobos, first day of class, Harry Potter, references, ha ha ha. We all get it, don't we? But anyway, this deck is fun. If your combo gets disrupted, which can be disrupted, fairly efficiently, it's you can go on the aggro beats plan with your little gobos, but it's not that great. So I don't want to say it's a glass cannon where it's all in on the combo, but it's really all in on the combo. Doesn't have a whole lot of backup. Your sideboard is dependent on your local meta and stuff like that, and make sure that you got stuff that you can recover from dealing with different decks in the meta, blah, 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 this and that. It's a fun deck, though, and it is funny when it goes off, just to see your opponent across the table just look at you. Either with the angry side eye that you just went and fin it, or the tilted head, confused puppy dog look like, what happened? It's just funny. It's funny to me. I guess you can call me a troll at this point, but I'm not a troll playing goblins. I'm just a dude playing goblins in Pauper. It's a lot of fun. If it's up your alley, put it together, sling some spells, throw a bunch of ridiculous mana at somebody's face and kill them. It's fun. Good times. Anyway, leave you all with this. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you did, shoot a subscribe my way. I would greatly appreciate it. Be kind to yourself and your fellow human beings because life is too short, so play on. And I will see you in the next video. Pauper Guild playmat. Links in the description below to get your sweet, sweet Pauper Guild swag.